By the powers vested in me, I hereby constitute the SMART graduation ceremony of the Cape Peninsula University of Technology.
Welcome to the graduating class. This graduation series will see us confer 7,030 undergraduate degrees, 152 postgraduate degrees, 126 of which are master's degrees, 26 doctoral degrees, of which 229 will graduate cum laude. What a fantastic achievement considering the unusual circumstances many of you have been working under to complete your studies. No doubt you have felt alone, uncertain, and had moments of loss, loneliness, grief, and even private joys. Whether you realize it or not, we have shared this aloneness together, and I want to honor this profound experience in your life. You did it. Perhaps there were moments when you thought you wouldn't, but you persevered, and today you graduate. Recognizing a momentous occasion, this is for every single one of you, we knew that only the best will do. CPUT is one of the only universities in the world to offer a digital graduation, which, much like a traditional one, celebrates your individual success. While many universities have opted for mass conferral of qualification, we think you deserve more than a short generic ceremony. For that reason, we personalized this graduation and made sure that this memorable experience for you and your loved ones. At CPUT, our management team and staff have drawn strength from your resilience and determination, and we have endeavored to find solutions to completing the academic year. We were always guided by the principle that no student shall be left behind as a result of pandemic. To that end, we provided a number of innovative and caring solutions to completing the curriculum. This included allowing late and resubmissions, online tutor, mentor support, moving lecturer guidance to WhatsApp, and equipping our staff with skills to adapt to remote learning. It hasn't been easy, but it has been necessary. And I'm proud of staff who have brought us to this point today. Added to that, CPUT is considered a benchmark of best practice when it comes to managing COVID-19. Not only were we identified as a low-risk institution in terms of potential for infection, but we also became the first institution of higher learning to open a dedicated COVID-19 vaccination center for our staff and students. Hundreds of staff and students have already been vaccinated, with many more waiting their turn to do so. I will conclude this address with a parting message that I so often tell our graduating classes. Please let this graduation be one of many that you have in your constant, unquenchable quest for lifelong learning. After all, if the pandemic has taught us anything, let it be this, that the world is changing and we need to change with it. Remember, if nothing changes, nothing is going to change. I hope that we'll meet in person at your next graduation ceremony. Thank you. Bayadanki and Kos. Please stay safe and keep well.
Welcome to graduation ceremony number 10, that of the Faculty of Education. Chancellor, I request you to confer diplomas and degrees within the Faculty of Education on the following candidates who cannot be present due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
By the authority vested in me, The diplomas and degrees will be awarded to the candidates as announced to me.
Postgraduate Certificate in Education, Further Education and Training. Muhammad Badi Bailey. Michelle Ann Calvert. Chumisa Kamagu. Agbor Uben Ita. Lutando Fanti. Zizipo Gomoshe. Kuselo Jadezweni. Nositembiso Makeba. Tembani Makolwa. Sipelele Mobe. Tamara Mzimkulu. Zimkita Muzozo Yana. Kotso Andrew Nale. Bapelele Ndevu. Charlton Os. Siabonga Setong. Jiwe Siyotula. Yonela Sokwayi. Manalisi Vincent Tentani. Madeline Corsi Michael Tiulu. Crystal Joy Weitz. Ntobeko Zwelibanzi. Baccalaureate Educationist in Further Education and Training, Economics and Management Sciences. Junaid Basadin. Stephanie Dederiks. Almarco Denzel Koopman. Emil Clayton Lewis. Fiona Genevieve Griselda Mbalo. Sipokazi Nkukuma. Atenkosi Stuurman. Baccalaureate Educationist in Further Education and Training, Specialisation. Kurt Justin Africa. Sitobele Diamdeki. Andisa Pamela Gugushe. Shanae Jacobs. Tandokazi Leon Marka. Kiara Matthews. Banati Bulumko Ndini. Khadija Muhammad. Ntombesihlanu Mruetiana. Sive Peter. Sikona Sigenu. Olwetu Sitole. Wahida Slamang. Vernon Elroy Vermeulen. Baccalaureate of Education in Senior Phase and FET Teaching. Benjamin Abrams. Ethan Aitken Adams. Jacqueline Adams. Waleed Adams cum laude. Tammy Lee Adonis cum laude. Janine Geraldine Africa. Jenna Lee Chris K. Albani. Samira Ali. Faid Amardin cum laude. Abegale Megan Andreas. Hiron Stefano Andrews. Elrisha Antoni, Raisha Arifdin, cum laude. Jessica Glenn Armstrong, cum laude. Amukelani Brandelin Valoy, Nodumo Bam, Nkumisa Bambi, Kuzelwa Bambisa, Nomtandazo Bango, Noleleli Innocent Banyana, Adam Jacobus Barnard, Leani Barnard, Danae Caitlin Basson, Tamarin Bayman, Joannika Elizabeth Benjamin, cum laude. Robin Ashley Benjamin, Kaylin Lee Ann Bucas, Rian Bucas, Ayanda Gibson Bikani, Duncan Clarence Blau, Shanique Bodkin, cum laude. Christopher Garfield Boyce, cum laude. Andrea Jane Boonzayer, Brandon Isaac Boyson, Minka Bosman, Milani Boyce, Tandokazi Breakfast, Melissa Brunk, Jody Hope Carlse, Kelly Ann Carolis, cum laude. Megan Karstens, cum laude. Emma Sarah Chitter, Donovan Dimelo Christians, Brenda Lee Christopher, Laverne Joheen Sicily, Gadiza Marionisha Cleophas, Chanel Rhoda Kluter, Damien Joshua Commons, Alwyn Edlin Cronier, Leslie Ann Michaela Seister, cum laude, Carlton Daniels, Onele Dankla, Danielle Daniels, Sharifa Davids, Emil Gino Manuel Donation, Chantel Ann Dennis, Rida Din, Ongeziwe Deepa, Vuyiseka Donga, Yondela Penelope Dotwana, Keegan Rourke Douglas, Johanni Dreyer, cum laude, Cameron Merail Duplessis, Deirdre de Toey, cum laude, Johannes Hendrik de Toey, cum laude, Marius Isaac de Toey, cum laude, Sikokele Dumzela, Penelope Dwaling, Kayakazi Diani, Desmin Tandeka Gianchis, Nobenati Di Fili, Sizipiwe Diosini, Bianca Lee Earl cum laude, Jihad Edris, Joy Lee Lynn Ehrenreich, Brad Gianmarco Ephraim, Elisna Erasmus, cum laude, Rivaldo Ernest, Mbongeni Fani, Crescentia Monique Farmer, cum laude, Anavuyo Fatih, Byron Emmanuel February, Royston Eagle Fisher, cum laude, Georgina Flores, Emerencia Esmeralda Flores, Eseko Fokazana, Daniel Riwan Fortuin, Jenny Lee Arthemesia Fortuin, Michaelin Zanik Fortuin, Misha Lee Fortuin, Olwetu Fatima Fuma, Abdullah Gabriels, Ibanati Ganyaza, Zamatolo Ganyaza, Anati Kim Raki, Rushay Vanel Geldenhuis, cum laude, Amy Meldine Gelderbloem, Petlin Jotel Gal, Azola Godwana, Hendrihanda Natolia Goliath, Zietlin Zenolia Goliath, Zamkita Caroline Reba, Zizipo Rokla, Marva Gwala, Lee Earl Ethan Grant, Wendy Gubudela, Nontsikelelo Godslav Hadebe, Daniel Johannes Hanekom, Samantha Hercules, Jamie Lee Jasmine Herman, Nicole Monique Hermanus, Nolita J.D. Haynes, Jamie Lee Hill, cum laude, Anati Hinana, Sipokazi Hlangwana, Sipokolo Hloma, cum laude, Chesner Jacobs, Nathan Edward Jacobs, Regini Tiffany Jacobs, Deline Jansen, Jody Jansen, Nomatamsanqa Jokanisi, Bernally Samantha Jones, cum laude, Lishay Jones, cum laude, Tepo Jongisa, Jacques Brandon Jonkers, Michelle Shantay Jonkers, Tammy Jonkers, Brendan Jordan, Grizel Ulain Jordan, Taryn Jordan, Danielle Jazray Josephs, cum laude, Ivron Ethan Julies, cum laude, Ashley Uris, cum laude, Jonalisa Carla, Rushka Chloe Karim, Sive Keteyi, Nombesutu Sylvia Kebe, Sorel Junice Klaasse, Gilroy Nokpal, Zonica Bernice Koen, Sanalisiwe Kokwana, Meldine Kotze, Natalie Jacoba Josephine Krier, Sizwe Nkosinati Kubeka, Mubin Latu, Felicia Lakay, Mancha Lenyora, Michelle Lewis, Inga Lendipasi, Maxine Zawande Links, Varvara Livanos, cum laude, Bernhard Lombard, Deirdre Carmen Lottering, Jade Kristen Laubscher, cum laude, Nicole Samueline Lawrence, Asanda Lubisi, Sinazo Lufuta, Musha Prudence Lucas, Annalisa Miranda Lumka, Peliswa Mabona, Mbasa Nompumelelo Mabuto, Andisiwe Mafanga, Tabit Majid, Sinitemba Makava, Yandisa Malote, Atandile Mongolote, Ebenezer Diane Manuel, cum laude, Kelly Sigoni Manus, Regan Moses March, Griselle Cornay Martinez, Kanyisa Maseti, Zizipo Primrose Maseti, Luandiso Stanley Matumela, Tony Leah Mawa, Loyiso Mayaya, Kululwa Mbinda, Sange Bonsi, Antonia Suzette McClune, Sonezo Mdabuka, Sipokule Mdunyelwa, Luvo Ndwaba, Siasanda Mehlomakulu, Yolanda Mekana, Ntonzami Hudson Aubrey Makutu, Anisha Devine Melo, cum laude, Marisha Esterita Ruth Mentua, Abungele Mgangana, Sipamandla Mganu, Nadine Michaels, Michaela Ashleen Breline Mitchell, Clinton Cedric Mitchells, Asemarle Njo, Teboho Mulefe, Chad Allen Moody, Chandra Pearl Moose, Rashid Musa, Chad Ethan Mori, Anzil Felicia Maton, Lizeth Maton, January Zoe Katubi Mpungo, Uyanda Ntwezi, Tabu Mtiido, Ludolf Eichstätt Müller cum laude. Ryan Wayne Myberg. Zolela Mzinda. Zikia Nasterdin, cum laude. Zeposetu Ndiki. Kelly Joy Nietling, cum laude. Amor Shahida Nel, cum laude. Zizipo Ngaka. Inga Nkupe. Lwazi Edwin Ngobeni. Nondipiwe Nkangana. Shantae Nicholas. Delisha Justine Niemand. Mandlenkosi Innocent Nkosi. Rwando Nomapelana. Onele Nombe. Luseko Noncholo. Bakolele Norubela. Sinayo Nkoto. Raymond Ntabalala. Unati Rose Nklungu. Zodidi Nchuguzi. Zimkita Ntukela. Talita Sheped Nyaka. Siasamkela Nyezi, cum laude. Lauren October. Lumari Aroline Opperman. Donnay Lauren Otto. Sonis Simon Page, cum laude. Waranisha Bridget Papers. Shanique Peterson. Kim Mauricia Peterson. Luciano Marciano Peterson. Shanita Donay Pfeiffer. Zanele Poccolo. Jaylee Kyle Pretorius. Atini Kokonyeka. Atenkosi Kolombeni. Ashwin Rabi. Estmarie Rabi. Bonang Donald Ramaipatu. Shantae Ashley Geraldine Rector. Mishle Saba. Anika Sali. Zahir Sali. Garonisha Samudin. Hybri Edwina Samuels. Zwaltema Samuels cum laude. Sibosiso Sansusi. Kyle Antonio Sauls. Joshua Cohen Scholes cum laude. Nyeleti Sabanda. Albern Jomarique Sebeibu. Yolandi Selani. Vernon Francois September. Manise Sabia cum laude. Esther Siquela. Zenziswa Simakada. Sempiwe Simanka. Nomvuyiso Faye Simayile. Leila Simons. Nkumisa Taylor Sanandile. Dean Jermaine Sinclair. Yandisa Singa. Tando Siteto. Tembisa Siyila. Somalezi Skampula. Hearn Skinner. Simbulele Skosana, Ludwig Damain Slinger, J.C. Hamer Small, cum laude, Elisna Smith, cum laude, Aneka Esterleen Smith, cum laude, Chad Angelo Smith, Keenan Anthony Smith, Keisha Venine Smith, Genevieve Debbie Snyman, Amatla Sodladla, Faith Felisande Sokacha, Esitle Asive Somfongo, cum laude, Sposiso Sope, Leratu Lahandra Spijker, Bronwyn Steins cum laude, Merita Steenkamp cum laude, Lee-Ann Stein cum laude, Llewellyn Brighton Stolz, Cheslin Diego Swanepoel, Karin Swart cum laude, Angelique Chantay Swartz, Rochelle Andrea Swartz, Zandre Sean Swartz cum laude, Samantha Geraldine Swartz cum laude, Tsepang Tamahane, Jacobus Abram Tron cum laude, Crystal Nicole Thomas, Lorenzo Lee Thomas, Heike Thumser cum laude, Amazwi Tinga, Wilmark Keenan Titus, Nadine Turin, Anoran Tolkien cum laude, Atule Choloba cum laude, Tisetso Niu Chapiso Chukudu, Henri Uren cum laude, Nicole Janique Valentine, Diane van der Berg, Robin Conrad van den Heever cum laude, Hajara van der Schijf, Dunita van der Walt, Muller van der Westhuizen cum laude, Dewald Albertus van Deventer, J.D. van Harte cum laude, Brandy Lee Claudicia van Niel, Marshall Logan van Niel, Judith Franmar van Niekerk, Christia van Wyk cum laude, Provino Anzio van Wyk cum laude, Aiden Vaughan cum laude, Harry Venana, Chrisanne Venter cum laude, Michelle Venter cum laude, Jade Anique Watson cum laude, Ibrahim White, Dalen Emile Roshan Willemse, Vanessa Karen Willemse cum laude, Ilham Williams, Sitembele Williams, Sesetu Klakeka, Azola Klobiso, Nomfundo Yapi, Naomi Carol Zitzman. Bachelor of Education, Honours in Teaching and Learning, Kylene Arendse, Zenavuya Amarle Bara, Johannes Hermanus Barnard, Wynand Johan Besuidenhout, Hapelele Bija, Nonzwakazi Tabita Bonkolo, Olisani Breakfast, Olwetu Colin Chele, Jean-Marie Sillier, Leray Kraus, Natalie Anushka Cupido, summa cum laude. Nokwanda Dlekedla, Nuha Ulfa Dolly, Yonela Fayinlala, Gilroy Waldo Francis, Martelise Fredericks, Sesetu Gaven, Manel Grobelaar, Bekezeli Gumede, Ashley Keegan Haywood, Simone Geraldine Hermanus, Arifa Ismail, Anika Kafar, Zukolwake Kona, Jonathan Barnard Liebenberg, Shalvinia Vanessa Lottering, Batini Lupindo, Gloria Mbali Madela, Sisawandisile Mafunda, Lenay Magerman, summa cum laude, Eunice Bolelani Malindi, Mahamba Andronika Maluleke, Olwetu Mankayi, Lohubert Martin Matisse, Mamela Simtandile Mbandamana, Babalwa Mbanyaru, Nkolisi Mbadyazwa, Michaela McLeod, Inga Mflondiana, Zukisani Mkanyizwa, Rosina Mapule Mokwena, Kobisa Mungo, Heinrich Andre Moses, Marley Mostert, Onezwa Mpamba, Zikona Nkatole, Babalwa Judith Mzamo, Linda Ndabangaye, Bukiwe Ndiki, Sipesihle Ndwalaza, Rousseau Nietlang, Pilokomzi Innocent Cremonia Ngonyama, Jeanette Yidufasa, Naledi Star Nyovan, Sampiwe Wiseman Nombamba, Sarah Notnachel, Bayanda Nkweniso, Odwa Ntwanambi, Mlandeli Peter, Cameron Heather Peterson, Shannon Allison Peterson, Lubabalo Philip, Ilesna Pinar, Jonelle Sydney Joanne Plaikis, Robinson Sledge Pomeray, Brenvan Radloff, Rashida Shaibu Zainabu Sango, Keaton Luke Sebastian. Nokokanya Immaculate Shabalala. Resimati Frans Shiburi. Manlenkosi Bongispo Sibia. Olwetu Sikali. Hanya Schmidt. Justin David Smith. Elaine Stein, summa cum laude. Karen Claudia Stolz. Aviwe Swelindawu. Sipumeze Sesha Titi. Pumzile Glan Tonisi. Sonwabu Chaka. Tendani Joyce Chilinda. Apiwe Lucia Tiopo. Chantay Sue-Ann van Aarde. Arno van Wyk. Bennett Jonathan van Wyk. Mohammed Anwar Wallace. Rushard White. Jody Lee Williams. Keegan Williams. Shabir Weingaard. Tutuzelo Kalabile. Bushle Kuba. Piwe Kubuzi. Ziyanda Yamani. Hanli Lin Zwan. Master of Education with a thesis title of A Reflective Topical Autobiography of an Art Teacher Exploring Her Professional Growth, supervised by Dr. Sandra Johnson, Marlies Christilda Arendse. Master of Education, summa cum laude, with a thesis title, Great Art Teacher's Experience of Implementing Physical Education, supervised by Dr. Elna Barnard, Zelda de Beer. Master of Education, summa cum laude, with thesis title, Blended Learning as an Academic Writing Intervention Program for First-Year Students, Academic Writing, supervised by Dr. John Foncha, Genevieve Suzanne Lentz. Master of Education with the title of The Utilization of WhatsApp for Teaching and Learning in an Initial Teacher Preparation Program at the University of Technology, with supervisors Professor Janet Condi, Professor Lawrence Mida, and Dr. Chanticleer Tiba, Nkosi Nomusa Jikizinto Mabaso. Master of Education with thesis title, The Capabilities Necessary for Effective ICT Integration in Teaching in 2 Public Primary Schools in Khayelitsha, Western Cape, supervised by Dr. Anna Dippenaar and Dr. Zaid Wahid, Lebohang Marlo. Master of Education with thesis title, Student-Teacher Experiences of the Teaching Practicum in an Initial Teacher Education Program in the Western Cape, with supervisors Professor Yusuf Sayed and Dr. Zara MacDonald, Fanny Nombulelo Malikebu. Master of Education with thesis title, The Role of Online Mathematics Games in the Understanding of Algebra in Grade 8, supervised by Dr. Stanley Audendorf, Tichauna Marange. Master of Education with thesis title, First Year Life Science Students Preparedness for the Laboratory Learning Environment, supervised by Dr. Kwanele Boy and Professor Agnes Chigona, Vusi Wellington Mazwai. Master of Education with thesis title In-Service Teachers Integration of Instructional Technology into Curriculum Delivery at Primary Schools in the Cape Flats, supervised by Professor Agnes Chigona Ndingi Kolile. Master of Education with thesis title Visual Preparedness and Artwork in the Primary School, supervised by Dr. Anna Dippenaar and Dr. Georina Westraat, Willem Mostert. Master of Education with thesis title The Role of the Principal in Developing Teacher Empowerment Through Distributed Leadership, Teachers' Perceptions and Experiences, supervised by Dr. Stanley Eidendorf, Sarah Julie Saunders. For the Doctor of Education, I call upon Professor Chigona to read the citation on behalf of the supervisor, Professor Lungi Sosibo.
Title of the thesis: Education and Training System Evaluation Constructs as Archetype for Excellence in Organization Performance. This study was conceptualized within the context that current system-based adult education and training models do not provide detailed description of each process and element of evaluation, which raises concerns about the practicality and effectiveness of present system-based evaluation models. Using qualitative approach, the researcher analyzed considerations that can be utilized by organizations offering adult education and training to develop system evaluation constructs with the intention of enhancing quality of their provision. Results revealed the organizational intent, enablers, drivers, and learning culture as the best construct which could be used to evaluate the performance and excellence of adult education and training systems. The researcher recommends that adult education and training systems constructs have to encourage systemic innovation, continuous improvement, and organizational results.
Chancellor, I request you to confer the doctorate in education on Christian Gerhardus Joubert. For the Doctor of Education, I call upon Professor Chigona to read the citation on behalf of the supervisor, Dr. Mamzi Kuzwayo.
Title of the thesis: The Role of Instructional Leadership in the Implementation of Mathematics Curriculum Changes in the Intermediate Phase. The study was motivated by findings in two ministerial task teams in 2000 and 2010, which pointed to the incapacity of mathematics teachers to comprehend changes in the mathematics curriculum themselves, which had then led to the decline in learner performance of numerical skills and conceptual knowledge in mathematics. The study focused on the empowerment of mathematics teachers with philosophical and theoretical knowledge underpinning mathematics curriculum changes. The study recommends the supervision and management of continuous professional development of mathematics teachers, as well as the appointment of competent mathematics school-based instructional leaders who will specifically attend to the teaching and learning of mathematics.
Chancellor, I request you to confer the doctorate in education on John Alphas Masina. For the Doctor of Education, I call upon Prof. Tigona to read the citation on behalf of the Supervisor, Professor Yusuf Sayed.
Title of the thesis: Background, Motivations, and Learning Experiences of Student Teacher in an Initial Teacher Program at One Western Cape University. This qualitative interpretive research project is an investigation into the background and learning experiences of a sample of intermediate phase student teachers specializing in English teaching at one university campus in the Western Cape. The study foregrounds the relationship between background values, significant teachers and school experiences, and how these motivate and shape the student teachers in their choosing to teach, their values and approach to teaching. The thesis adds to understanding the context of the student teachers' lives and how their personal backgrounds, schooling experience, and family shape their learning experiences as student teachers. In so doing, it shines a spotlight on initial teacher preparation in the Western Cape, South Africa.
Chancellor, I request you to confer the doctorate in education on Thelma Kathleen Buchholz-Mort.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our formal proceedings, and I'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you for streaming it and making it special for the graduating class. I must commend the stakeholders who painstakingly planned this digital graduation ceremony. You have indeed made it special for our students. Vice-Chancellor Prof. Chris Ntlapo, thank you for your leadership during this most unprecedented and trying times for higher education. Thank you to the staff of the Marketing and Communication Department, Infrastructure Development and Facilities Management, and the Assessment and Graduation Center. You have made this event a memorable one for graduates, and that is appreciated. Thank you to the rest of the CPUT staff, our dedicated lecturers, heads of department, deans of faculty who have lent their support and continue to work tirelessly to complete the academic project so that more students may also move closer to their graduation ceremonies in the near future. Thank you to the SRC, our trade unions, our community and industry partners, and the university international partners. Thank you to the health compliance officers, the university's health cluster, and the Health Command Center for working tirelessly on keeping our campuses safe. To our students and staff, thank you for diligently observing the health protocols and for keeping your masks on. In true CPUT style, I would like to conclude by saying, Dames en heren, baie dankie. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Nkosi siyabulela.
Thank you for joining and watching the SMART graduation ceremony. By the powers vested in me, I now dissolve this congregation of the Cape Peninsula University of Technology.